How to save money when living in Thailand. Are you coming to Thailand and you want to stretch your money further? I have been here since 2023 and in this video I'm gonna give you 11 tips and tricks you need to know if you wanna save money when you live here. I will start with the basic tips and then I will get into the ones that will save you the most. Real quick, if you wanna help me grow this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Anyway, let's get into the video. Alright, the first tip is quite obvious and that is to not stay in the central areas because obviously there rent is more expensive, food outside is more expensive, everything is more expensive of course. So the first tip, quite obvious, is avoid the central area. You should stay 10 to 15 minutes away from the central area. So for instance, you choose to come in Pattaya, Jomtien, perfect choice, cheaper price, cheaper rent, everything is cheaper and it's still good. And in 15 minutes you get to the center. The second tip is to avoid using the local taxi. They usually overcharge you 3 times more and the solution is really simple. Downloading Bolt. It is an app that I've talked about this many times. You probably know this. And basically a ride that with a taxi costs you, for instance, 100 baht, with a Bolt it will cost you 30-40 baht. So the low Bolt or actually even Grab and don't use taxis. Tip number 3 is to avoid buying water at the 7-Eleven. There, a pack of water costs usually 65 baht. There's actually 2 solutions, and the first one is to buy water on bulk. There's these local shops literally on every corner and they usually sell 10 pack of water for 500-400 baht. Or you could buy a big 5-liter bottle of water and fill it up in those machines that you see everywhere around the city. The next tip is air conditioning and the trick is to clean it every 3 months because you're gonna wanna keep it at usually 25 degrees, and if you clean it every 3 months and it just costs 500 baht, 600 baht depending on obviously the shop you choose, and if you clean it every 3 months you can keep your air conditioning at 25 degrees and the room is properly cold. You can actually leave it all day on, and if you clean it every 3 months your energy bill is gonna be at around 1000 baht, which is quite cheap. SIM card. So you're probably gonna buy a SIM card at the airport and that's fair enough, but the trick is to just get a 1-week promotion. So as soon as you get out the airport you have it, and then you download the app of the SIM company, and in the app you can get really good bargain. So for instance, I'm paid 300 baht every month for 100 gigabyte and I believe it's a good deal. Next on the list, where to buy fake clothes, cheap clothes. You see this t-shirt? 200 baht. It is a bargain. It is a fake one, but who cares? Nobody cares in Thailand, at least. So there's 3 places. First one is the bazaar market. It is the most common that you probably know and it is in central Pattaya. Then in Pattaya there's another fake market and it is the My Shop Mall. It is like the night bazaar but it is smaller, it has aircon, so probably it's actually better. Same product, same prices, take or give is the same. And last place you could go is the Thai market. It is only open during the weekend and there you can find the real bargain. The Thai market is actually a little bit cheaper than the bazaar market and the Mikey shopping mall, so it is worth checking out. Of course, here in Thailand, ATM has fees and the fee is 220 baht every time you withdraw money. So let's say you don't want to open a Thai bank account or you can't for obvious reasons. I don't want personally. What is the trick here to avoid this fee? You could go to the bank with your passport, but it is boring actually, so many people they say it but they don't do it. The thing you should do is to withdraw the largest amount of money that you can. That way you lower this fee. What I do is I withdraw 20,000 baht every 20 days, 2 weeks, and that's it. That way I only spend 50 euro every year in commissions, and that is a decent compromise. Food. How to save money on food. We all know that Thai food is cheap, but here's the trick. You probably are gonna wanna go to the night markets instead of the street food. And actually, the trick is to go to the street foods because they are a little bit cheaper, usually 10-20 baht cheaper, and the quality, the taste, it is better. Then, of course, foreigner food, it is a little bit expensive, and if you wanna save on that, you can make it at home, obviously. Probably if you come here, you've got time, you've got spare time, why not use that time to cook? For instance, usually a small portion of French fries is 100 baht. If you go at Macro, you buy French fries 1 kilo, you pay 140 baht. You get some oil, 40 baht, and for 200 baht, you got a lot of French fries. You just need to cook them. Now, the last 3 things I want to talk with you are the one that will save you the most. Now, one thing that is cheaper, if you do it a lot, it's gonna be expensive, is of course going out, partying every time. So the trick is to give yourself a limit. Obviously, everybody has a different budget, and according to your budget, you gotta give yourself a weekly limit. I believe for many people the good compromise is gonna be 2 times per week. And here the thing is that every day is Saturday, so if you wanna go out on Monday, you can do it. And that is a good thing and a bad thing, because if you cannot give yourself limits, you're gonna spend a lot before you even realize it. But if you can give yourself limits and you've got the feeling to go out on Monday, on Tuesday, up to you, you go, that's it. Now, there's actually some tricks when you go party to save money. Obviously, if you go to the bars, a beer is 80 baht, so it's not that expensive. There you go, enjoy yourself. But when you go to the clubs, well, a beer can cost up to 200 baht, and sometimes it's quite a lot. And probably first you're gonna go to the bars and maybe you could be full of beers. And here in Thailand, there's this thing that I don't have in Italy, I don't know in America, Australia, but if you buy a bottle of vodka or Thai whiskey and so on, which is actually good, and you don't finish it, you can store that bottle into the club for 30 days. So if you wanna save, you buy a bottle of vodka, bottle of Semso, up to you, and obviously some coke, and this usually costs 1,000 baht, and you can use that bottle for usually 2 or 3 times depending on how many people you are with. And I did it. So you pay the first time 1,000 baht for the bottle, and usually 400 baht for some coke, some soda, whatever you like. And then the next time you go, you still have the bottle of bottles and so on, what you get. And then you only have to pay 400 baht for some coke, some soda. And that is a good trick. Now, the last tip to save money is actually counterintuitive, because it is to get a girlfriend. So if you get a good girlfriend, obviously she is gonna help you save money, and she's gonna take you everywhere that is cheaper. But the fun part is if you get a bad girlfriend. I've actually made a video, and the video is dating a bad girl will save your life, because if you date one of those bad girls, you're gonna date her for what? 1 year? And after that year, you will gather so much experience that will allow you to save so much money in the future. That is actually a bad thing, but it will become a good thing in the future. So this video has come to an end. If you've got any suggestion for further video, please let me know in the comment, because I'm starting to run out of ideas. And if you made it that far, thanks for watching. I'm gonna link you up here a video you're gonna like, and here the button to subscribe. If you subscribe, you can help me grow this channel and make my dream possible. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next.